Okay, are you ready to see what Bill's going to use to save his friend? Or at least try to save his friend. It is this. I'm using the smaller drills. I'm going smaller time because we don't have huge fuel tanks, so we might as well start small, right? We've got lots of landing legs. We've got 2 ships. Only one of them is going to be manned on the way up. And I just realized I need to separate these because I want to launch them separately. Let's make sure this and this are on the same stage. Yes, and then this and this are on the same stage. Yes, okay. So here's the deal. This is going to get this, most of this is going to get this into orbit. This is going to get it to the moon just like with Jeb. Then we're going to, as we slow down, eventually this is going to run out of fuel. We're going to drop it here, and then these 2 engines are going to get this thing on the ground, hopefully near Jeb. Then we're going to mine some Kethane to fuel our tanks, and assuming we need them, we might not even need them. And then we are going to decouple this and kick this engine off and send both Jeb and Bill home with some science from that crater, because we've never been to that crater before, so we might as well bring some science equipment with us. So let's go ahead and save this guy and launch him. Oh, a little wobbly, not too bad. If you look here, though, we've got a 1.644 surface to weight or thrust to weight ratio, which is pretty good. We're going to turn on our computer. We don't have RCS. We're going to crank up our thing, and we are going to launch in 3, 2, 1. Launch. Oh, very nice profile there. Very nice launch. I'm happy. One thing you'll notice, actually, wait, I apparently fixed it. Never mind. During all my previous launches, the north was up here, and I had to remember to hit A instead of D to do my gravity turn. But apparently, at some point when I was doing my reworking, I fixed it. Oh, it's Bob who's going up to save Jeb this time, not Bill. Actually, I think Bill was in that other ship. That's fine. Bob hasn't gotten any work in lately. He could use the time here. Nice set profile. We're already at 90%. I think this is going to go pretty normally. There's not going to be any surprises until orbit. So tell you what, I'm going to meet you up in orbit. Figured you want to see this. We're a minute and change. The sun is going to be rising in a second here. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. You can't ask for better than that. Okay, let's get this shit back in the center. We got work to do. Our solar panels definitely have work to do. Let's go ahead and test our science generation capabilities here. We don't have very much electric charge, but yeah, so you don't have to hit Alt-1. I thought you did. Let's see. 3.4, that's not worth keeping. That's definitely not worth keeping. But we've tested the science gathering ability of the ship, which is good. We've got a minute to apoapsis. So I figure maybe I'll just keep you on here as we go. I'm going to speed up a little bit. When we get down to about 20 seconds, I'm going to bring the engines back online. I don't want to chase my apoapsis away, but I don't want it to get it too far away from me either. Okay, that's good. Keep it at about 5 seconds. Oh, there goes those. Just in time, because we're about to... This is good. This ship leaves no debris in orbit. And I would like you to know that I did that completely intentionally, even though I didn't. Okay, we have orbit, 80 by 80, give or take. We've got, let's get rid of surface. We don't care about that anymore. We've got 3,000 meters per second, which is awesome. We have so much delta V. We over-engineered again. Good thing we're doing Kethane mining because we're wasting a lot of fuel on these missions. Okay, well let's plan our transmuter injection, which actually looks like we're pretty much there. So let's go ahead and plan this thing out. We can get it going right here, right now. There's no other place I'd rather be. Let's get this up so we can see. We've got 2 minutes to plan this thing. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time, I say. Okay, let's crank this around a little bit. Let's get a good periapsis here. I don't want to plan a maneuver node. I want to click on my periapsis. The game hates me. There it is. Okay. I'd like my periapsis to be somewhere in the vicinity of, say, 2,500. I don't know. Whoops. Of course, now. Tell you what, let's do. That looks good to me. 95. There's no way I'm ever going to get it exact like this. It doesn't really matter. That's why I'm doing it. Because it doesn't really matter. Okay, 37. That works for me. Okay, we've got a minute-long burn in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So let's go ahead and utilize our alarms here. Let's add a maneuver node alarm for, let's say, 45 seconds from there. And crank up time. And we're about ready to go here. Probably should start right around now. Kill the maneuver node. I don't really need it, even though I spent all that time making it. Just gonna burn prograde until our apoapsis gets close to the moon, and then it's going to do that magic of telling me how close it is. Here we come. Finger hovered over X, as you do. Ready to kill my thrust as soon as we get an encounter here, so we can fine-tune it slowly. Whoa, there we go. That looks good. Now let's do that. Now let's get it down to about 25. 66. Whoa, that's too much. That is more of an encounter than I really want. So we're going to turn around. It's actually so close that the wobbling of the ship makes the game think that I'm going to crash. Which doesn't... I don't think Bob is too happy with that idea. Okay, that should definitely... Yeah, 22, that's perfect. Okay. Well, what do we got on our alarm clocks here? Yeah, the next thing that's going to happen is this guy's going to get there. We don't have anything else going on until a Kerbal Eve window in 83 days, which will be exciting. Well, by then we'll have a pretty good Kethane industry going. Probably we can just send a ship there. We don't even need to send a probe to Eve. Okay, well let's do what we do here, which is go into free mode, aim at Kerbal. And crank up time. Bye-bye, Kerbal. Going to the moon. I had a sip of coffee here. Going to the moon, and we are going to snap with... There we go. There's the moon. Let's go ahead and close this alarm. Okay, now we need to... And sadly, it looks like Jeb is going into the dock side of the moon. I'm going to burn south a little bit. Actually, maybe I'll burn normal a little bit. Just to... probably also burn away from the planet a little bit. Just bringing my orbit a little closer to flat here. That's probably good. I don't want to be perfectly flat because he is a little bit north. So I want, ideally, when he comes around and is here, I want to be kind of over him. So I think this will be perfect, this orbit here. So let's plan a maneuver node here at periapsis to bring us down into orbit. Let's see. 48, 50. Oh, wait, I'm adding. Duh. And we're obviously not very close on our time. That's better. 32 by 35. I think we can do a little bit better than that. 32 by 33, 31 by 32. That looks pretty good to me. 16-second burn. That's no problem at all. Let's get aimed right there. And let's add an alarm for that maneuver node. It's a 16-second alarm, so let's go right to 20 seconds before. And come here, moon. Woohoo! There you go, Bob. Look at that. That's the moon. I don't think you've ever been out to the moon. Let's close the alarm and unpause. We got a 16-second burn, so at 8 seconds, we are going to hit the gas. At 9 seconds, we'll hit the gas. And we'll just do what the maneuver node says, because getting into orbit, a little old hat for us. Okay. .6, yeah. I've got a lot of control. I'm a little worried about the control. I added these guys here, reaction wheels, because when I drop this stage, these are going to be the only thing that have control. This doesn't have any control, so because it's going to be sitting on the surface, it doesn't need control. So I was a little worried about that. So I added these, and I hope that they're enough, but we'll find out. So let's go ahead and see what things look like here. Looks pretty good. This is Jeb, right? No, that's one of the landers. Here's Jeb. So yeah, it has just become night for him. Let's go ahead and switch to him now that we've got our ship in a nice orbit, parked over the moon. And we're gonna sit here in the dock, and we're gonna wait for sunrise. So let's crank up time a little bit. See which direction things are going. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Oh, what do we got? Our Joule Probe lander. Our Joule Probe lander has 5 Joule Probe lander. I thought that was already in the sun. Let's go ahead and check them out. That's the joy of running multiple missions. 5 Joule Probe lander. Let's close this alarm. Is this perhaps going to Duna and I just named it wrong? I hope I didn't launch the wrong ship. This is going to Duna. I'm a little worried now that... no, this is the guy that's going to... So I just named it wrong. So let's go ahead and rename. 5 Duna Probe lander. So we don't get confused anymore. Okay. There we go. Well, you know what time it is with this guy. He's in space. Let's go ahead and hit 1. And yeah, atmospheric pressure scan can't be done right now. High radiation environment, that's worth a lot. Might as well send it and 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 send it. And we have no resources on this guy. But what we can do is we can go back to moon. I didn't want to... No, oh yeah, focus moon. That's what we want to do. Or no, that's not what I want to do. Darn it all, darn it all, darn it all. So that... There we go. So that I can see moon while this thing is running. I don't need to see any more alarms, I don't think. I might as well bring this down here just in case. But I want to fast forward while we're doing this, so that this guy can send all his data, but we can watch him go around the moon, so that we know when sunrise is. I'm trying to do two things at once, and the game is like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. And we're done, which is good. Let's go ahead and do it again. Why not? It's so easy. Apparently I can't be in map mode and hit one at the same time. This is weird. One. There we go. Transmit, transmit, transmit. Okay, back to map mode, which is going to put us back on the moon. Okay, the sun is rising, finally, at Jeb's crater. We're just cruising around. Okay, we're done. So now let's actually switch back to Jeb. Make sure it's sufficiently sunny there. It is, and we have nice long shadows, which I think is good. So let's go back to our ship now. Let's switch to him. We're coming, Jeb. We think. That's plan A. Okay, now what we want to do is right here, we want to add a maneuver. Actually, first, right here, we want to add a maneuver. Right on the side here. Let's go ahead and delete this maneuver. Actually, let's drag it around. Why not? Okay, we need to go south. Yeah, to bring this one north. That's first. That'll get us so that we are coming down right around here. So let's go ahead and do that first. Bring up our resources. Kind of wish I had brought some batteries because we're going to be doing a burn in the dark. But shouldn't be a big deal. 91 meters per second is, what's that, roughly 20% of our burn. No, 5% of our burn. So yeah, it's going to be like, what, 10 seconds at the most? So let's add a maneuver node alarm. Let's do it for 15 seconds away. We'll do a test burn at 15 seconds and crank up time. Oh yeah, it's like a 5-second burn, so okay. We'll wait till we're at about 3 seconds. Perfect. Okay. Now at the opposite side of the orbit from Jeb, which is pretty much now. Actually, all we have to do is aim retrograde. We could probably do this all now before our electric charge runs out, but so far so good. The longer I wait, the better. Although we're basically at the opposite side of the moon from him right now. So let's go ahead and burn. We're just going to bring our periapsis down. We don't want to come in contact with the crater wall. So I'm going to leave it right there. And we also, I think, need to burn normal again, because this isn't really cutting it for me. Yeah, we might be a little far away, but we'll deal with that when it comes. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves around this side. Yeah, we shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead and aim ourselves retrograde. How much fuel do we got? Oh, we got plenty. I keep forgetting that firing the engines actually recharges the batteries. Okay. Actually, which direction? If I aim up. Okay. If I aim at this one, I can actually bring my orbit up. This is actually smarter than when I was doing it before. There we go. Now we're going right over Jeb, which is perfect. Okay, now let's go ahead and aim. Oh, electric charge is done. We have no more. But we are in the sun, and we're rotating, so pretty soon our solar panels will come around. Actually, are we in the sun? Blocked by moon. Yeah, we're not quite in the sun yet, but the sun will be rising in a minute. There it is. Okay, now we can aim retrograde, kind of. Yeah, we have to time this. Basically, I think we can do it now. I'm going to just turn the engines on just slightly, just enough to get power, and aim retrograde. And then we're going to bring our periapsis down right there. Right frickin' there. And as we learned, if we burn to hit the far side of the crater, we're going to come down right where Jeb is, because that's what Jeb did. So if we do a 33-second burn, 33 seconds before this, we should land really close to Jeb. That's plan A. And we're going to hit F5 right now. So we are going to, 33 seconds before this maneuver, we are going to hit the gas. So let's add a maneuver node 45 seconds before. Let's aim ourselves. We don't have any control. Probably should have put a couple solar panels on the bottom of this guy. Let's go ahead and slowly rotate until we get some electric charge. And then I'll crank time up. I had to turn off SAS because as soon as it was getting power, it was... actually, it looks like I can get aimed at my maneuver node. And have power? No, I can't. We do have a little bit of magical pod torque, I think. No, it doesn't. It looks like they took that away. Okay, well, tell you what. Let's just speed up time. When we get to 45 seconds, we'll do a teeny little burn to get ourselves aimed right. Woohoo! We're coming, Jeb. We're coming. There's the crater. Is that seriously the crater? This feels like... I guess we are in time speed mode. We're coming, Jeb. I feel like I should burn now. Whoa, let's turn on SAS. How about that? This is actually good because we wanna cheat a little bit to the south because we're apparently a little bit above him. Looking good. Yeah, I know. Close the alarm. Okay, now let's go ahead and get here. Pretty much aimed right at him. Maybe not. plenty of fuel. I think what we need to do is just get closer to the ground and then do sort of a crazy hover thing. Let's go into chase mode just to see what forward is. Okay, we are basically backwards from forward. So let's go back into auto mode. So we need to rotate ourselves around. Whoa. Pod torque is awesome. Okay, now that's basically, this is forward now. So let's tilt ourselves that way. And a little bit to the right. Yeah. Might as well use up this fuel because there's no real use for it once we land. A landing gear check. Looks pretty good. Okay, I hate to do this, but I am gonna slowly descend because I am terrified of this. It's going pretty quick. We're 6.3 kilometers away right now, and we seem to be coming down exactly towards Jeb, which is perfect. And I don't want to screw that up. So we don't have to be exactly, as long as we're somewhere in this vicinity, we're okay. But yeah, we want, at the very least, we want to practice our precision landings here. This, just over this dot here, is a perfect amount of thrust to not lose any horizontal velocity. We're close enough now we can see rocks on the surface, which is good. We're getting close to Jeb's sphere of influence, or not sphere of influence, whatever, where it'll start drawing his ship. Okay, I think I'm going to start slowing down my approach to him. Also bringing up the... Okay, looking good. Looking disturbingly good. Feels like I know what I'm doing. Okay. Now we're basically coming down, and I think this is going to be perfectly fine. You do not have to be exact even a little bit. I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to drop this stage. And I just realized something horrible. Why can't I? I don't have any control. Oh, I've done that before. Note to self. Game hates you. Okay. I need to get into basically a hover here. Okay, because I have to create a stage that has these two fuel things in it. Okay. So let's throttle down. Actually, I need... What is this? Let's throttle back up. Okay. Oh, this is so difficult. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Cut the engines, drop that, bring the engines back online. Okay, we have plenty of control. Just have to figure out what hover is. Okay. Tell you what, we're going to land here. Whew! And then we're going to figure out where's Jeb. Jeb is 200 meters away. Let's set him as a target. Okay, he's that way. I would like to get closer. I would like to get, like, say, within 30 or 40 meters. So let's go ahead and crank up the fuel here. Just enough to get off the ground. Let's aim ourselves at Jeb. There are more fuel-efficient ways to do this, I know, but this does it for me. I should have quick-saved while I was on the ground. Ooh. Ooh, just taking a break. Okay, let's quick save. One more little jump. Oh. I am screwing up. Okay. Okay, I think definitely within 100 meters is perfectly fine. "90 meters away. Let's call it done." Okay. Whew. Let's deploy the drill. And let's deploy this drill. And they're going. And the amount of Kethane in this tank is going up. Yay! Okay. Okay, Jeb, you have had enough of a rest here. Let's go EVA. I don't know where you are. Let's go ahead and let go. Let's head over to the actual refinery. Because we got to do a little bit of maintenance here. Okay, I'm going to quick save again because if you saw the last episode that I was using the this mod here. And see, I don't even know if I need these. I would kind of like to know that before I attach them. Tell you what, let's do. Let's go back to Bob. There we go. Bob, let's turn on the liquid fuel converter and the oxidizer converter. And yeah, see, our fuel tanks are not going up. These fuel tanks are still going up. So at the very least, fuel can't get from here to here. So let's go back to Jeb now. And we're going to go up here. And we're not going to screw up these solar panels, Jeb. Do you hear that? We're going to link this with this. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, those of you at home who are wondering what I'm doing here, I am linking all these fuel tanks together so that I'm linking all these fuel tanks together so that they can don't screw up the ship, Jeb. There, now if I go back to the ship here, it might be once this fuel tank fills up. Oh no, it's already doing it. And this thing is already... Okay, it's still not... That's still not happening. So what we need to do is... We need Jeb again. I'm going to quick save again. Jeb is going to grab this. Actually, tell you what, Jeb, get on top of this thing. There we go. We're going to grab this. We're going to bring it down here. And then we're going to attach it. We're going to attach it here. Then we're going to link. We're going to go back up here. Whoa, don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. We're going to get back on top. We're going to grab this. And we're going to put it here. And then we're going to link it. And then when we go back to the ship, these aren't doing anything. I was kind of expecting, because this is on, that it would... There's fuel in here. They can get to the converter. You know what I think? I think I might need a fuel tank connected directly to it. Well, it's a bit of a predicament. I think I had this problem before, and yeah, you need at least a tiny little fuel tank attached to this thing. You know what? I think in the Kerbal attachment system, there is a tiny little fuel tank. Oh, well. Oh. Jeez, that would have been horrible. Jeb. Yeah, I thought I was in control of Jeb. Let's go ahead and detach our... Unlink that and grab it. Let's go ahead and put this back. We're just going to bring you guys home. We're going to bring up a return crew here with a habitat and stuff. Let's go ahead and attach this. Did we lose our... Oh, this hasn't happened in a while to me. Attach. Okay, I guess I'm going to attach it here. Okay, let's go ahead and do our science and get out of here. Oh, come on, Jeb. Be a professional. Take a surface sample. Keep it. Take an EVA report. Keep it. I'm not sure which one of these pods Bill is in, but tell you what, go to this one. Cannot board a full module. Okay, obviously this is the one. Stop screwing around, Jeb. It's like I'm not screwing around. Okay, Bill, or Bob, I'm sorry, you get, get to do your EVA. You also get the honor of planting your flag. Actual Kethane base. Bob did it. Okay, let's go ahead and take your surface sample. Keep it. And your EVA report. Keep it. Get you back in your pod. And actually, let's just use one. Might as well. We've got our science here. Let's go ahead and transmit one of each. And then we're going to take another one and keep it. Okay. Now, in theory, I need to know which one of these is which. Okay, this is the one that's going first. And that is Bob's. So we're going to control from here, just to make sure. Not enough electric charge. That's pretty funny. So you know what? I'm going to kill the Kethane drills. It's probably a good idea to, no matter what. I can't kill this Kethane drill. There we go. Retract drill. Yeah, we're going to get our science going. Now what sucks is I can't... I'm going to have to decouple and then throttle up really quickly. I didn't think about that, because now that these engines have staged, I can't unstage them, which kind of sucks. It says our delta V is 353. I think it's going to be a lot higher than that, because we're not going to be carrying all this stuff up. But anyway, so we've got that done. We are controlling the right ship. We are hitting F5, just in case this doesn't work. I am going to stage and throttle up really quickly. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm glad I didn't throttle up really quickly. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, now we want to go this way. And we want an apoapsis of at least 5,000. Okay, actually, I think let's go up to 6,000. just to be sure. Okay, and I did it wrong, but no big deal. Actually, you know what? Let's just burn. This is the test to see if we have enough fuel to get home, and I'm thinking we don't. We don't. So, I'm going to hit F9. And you two are going to sit on the surface of the moon. Drilling Kethane. Waiting for another ship to come up and give you guys a little bit more fuel in your tanks. Yeah, they have enough fuel in the tanks to get home, or they have enough tank to get home. I didn't realize that I was going to have to use the fuel. And sadly, there's fuel in those tanks. But I have no way to get that fuel over here. Even the fuel lines, if I had some pylons... Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up some pylons. And I'm going to make a pipeline from that to this. Because there is fuel in those tanks. So I think that's next episode. What we'll do, seeing if I had been smart and just landed this near it, I could have run a fuel line to it, but oh well. Live and learn. Live and learn. Okay, so let's see. 179. The fuel lines only go about 50, so let's say they go 40. So we need probably 5 fuel lines, give or take. So we need at least 4 pylons. So yeah, but we also need to bring up a fuel tank with another frickin' converter. What sucks is this converter is useless now because it doesn't have a fuel tank attached directly to it. But live and learn. So, part 3 coming up next time. I hope you enjoyed this. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, as usual, talk at you later.